Good morning, everybody. This is Ying Yang with Morsels of a Thought, 11:53 in California at 5. It was like 5:10 when I clicked live, and then it said ready to go live 4 times. And now it's 5:11. Alrighty, so today is Words and Wisdom Wednesday. It is February 28th, 2024, and guess what? We are finished, except for tomorrow, with February, which means we are 1/6 into the way of the year. Well, goodness gracious. Aren't we like, oh my gosh, have I done my 1/6 of anything yet? Think of it this way. Tomorrow, you still have a chance to say, I did it in the first six, in the first half of the first third of the year. You can say that tomorrow if you do it tomorrow and today and not the day after that, the 29th. Tomorrow we have a February 29th, which is once every 4 years. So there are some people who are 4 years old that are 16. They have to celebrate their birthdays on March 1st all the time. I am going to say some words that we live with isms. We live with isms. Ism. Age. Ism. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Catholicism. Islam. Buddhism. Sexism. What else? What else? Let's say heightism too. Let's do that. There was a study. I have never seen it, but there was a study. And there was a talk that I gave many years ago. In my first 100 talks, there was a talk I gave where I pulled out a whole bunch of research on height and how it correlates to the amount of money people make in their salaries. At the time that the study was conducted, they concluded that accounting and controlling for all things like birth order, gender, ethnicity, everything else, they controlled for those things and found that for every inch of new height higher, $2,000 more were in their salary. So they got $1 an hour more for every height, every inch. Interesting. Interesting. So 2.54 millimeters, centimeters, if you count it that way. There are people who are really tall. There was one man I met on the bus the other day. He was standing next to the door, and the box to the door was to him right here at his chin. The top of the door was here, and he had to stand that way. And I said to him, do you mind if I ask you how tall you are? I stood up and went up to him first. And even though I was sitting very near him, I wanted to show some respect that I was talking to him. And he said, no, I don't mind. And then he waited and waited and waited for me to form the words, how tall are you? Like he's done that before. And he said, I am 2 meters 3. And then he said it was 5'7". I went home. I went to the doctor's office that afternoon by chance, and I saw one of those height measuring devices against the wall. And it turns out that he is not 5'7". He's actually 5'8" and more. 5'8". And he looked like any normal person. And I talked to him, and he said to me, how tall are you? And he said, you look like you're at least 5'8". And I said, really? I said, I'm 5'3.5" or 5'4". And he said, and then we both concluded, it's the way you carry yourself. You can look taller, so you can deal with all these isms by standing taller. All of these isms, if you were born on the wrong side of the track, it would be, what would that be called? You would be in a stratum of society that was, gosh, what would it be? You have ethnic and social stratification, and you've got lots of people who say that they're better than other people because of the classism. Get it? Classism. So, for example, the society which had the caste system, societies, I suppose, would have the Brahmana on the top and then the untouchables on the bottom. And there were studies about these groups, and now I was told that in India there is a fairer system where everybody now has a chance to go and apply for government jobs. So there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of reform going on all over the world. I'm trying to find out if I can be seen on uh, Facebook right now, and I can't be seen. I'm looking at both phones. I don't see anything. Okay, well, I will say hello to my most faithful followers, John Clark, Liz Rose Cantara, Sia, come up, Sia, come up. She just turned herself upside down. Come on, Vera, come here. Chloe, Vera, Esri, come here. Esri, let her go. Come on, let her go. She's upside down already. What do you want her to do? Come on. All right, my cats are just, they said they wanted to come on camera. They told me, Chloe told me so, but she's not here. I forgot to get her over here. She's over there. So unless you want me to go get her. Classism, I'm distracted. One thing we need to do is eliminate distractions in our lives. Dealing with our own ism is life changing, and you can live in it or you can come out of it. Sherry Moraga said that there is a danger in ranking the oppression. There is a danger in ranking the oppression. Now, oppression is where you get the sexism, the women not being able to work in the 1950s because of just some peer pressure. It's not just something, it was a really big societal metric that you could not work if you were a woman. It took the World War II to come out and bring people like Hazel Hadland out into the world and have her do welding because the men were out fighting wars, and we got women reformed. And then the finally we got this is Vera Fatima Zia, sometimes I call her when she's being naughty. Zia. Esri's other name is Morgan, and Zia is a cutie. What my solution is to working with isms is to eliminate distractions in your life. Focus on one thing at a time and do your own thing. We all have isms. Recognizing them is a good thing, but diving into them and arguing about them and spending your life on them is not a good thing. So that was my words and wisdom impartation for today. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Zia. Thank you. Okay. Have a good morning. Have a good evening. Get some rest if you haven't slept all night yet. And I'll talk to you later. Old Kinderhook.